Hey guys, welcome back to me, your commentary. So today we're going to be doing the Ring 1 Citadel of laptop splitting. Now, this is a mid-intense Citadel made by Jupiter/Jukeries, and it's actually fairly good. This is one of my more favorite towers, and it's also one of the more iconic towers, Citadels, whatever you want to say, in the game. And I guess this could be considered my 200 sub special, but I was planning on making this video for a while, and just hit 200, so I was about, why not? Let's make it that. But anyway, let's get into the actual Citadel. But yeah, the Citadel is a gold star. By the way, this Citadel has 17 floors, counting the basement. I count the basements because they count. They're 2 floors. They should count. But anyway, starting off with floor 1. Floor 1 is like 3 jumps. It's but do not let like the length of floor 1 confuse you. This Citadel is very long. This video is probably going to be over an hour, honestly, because how long it takes me to explain some stuff. But yeah, starting off with these spinners, the spinners are more just keep doing it until you get it, because the spinner jumps are actually quite tight. But anyway, for the second spinner, you have to land on this wedge so you can actually ascend up to floor 2. But yeah, floor 2 in 35 seconds. Yeah, floor 1 is incredibly short. But this frame of the Citadel looks quite wacky, actually. It has a front yard, which is back. It has a front yard, which is there. It has a backyard, which is there. It has 2 droppers, which is interesting. But anyway, let's keep moving on. But, oh yeah, one more interesting fact I want to give. Sorry for just all the talking, but the Citadel actually has 2 endings. It has a secret ending and the normal ending, and we're going to be going over the normal ending today because the secret ending is a lot harder, blah, blah, blah. And I actually made a video on the secret ending where all the buttons, so go watch that if you haven't already. But anyway, for this X-Pusher, a strat that people like to use is doing a backwards momentum jump here and just slingshotting over to that, but honestly, I don't really like doing that. I think it's harder, but basically, either way, you have to do a momentum jump. So, like, for this, if you're doing it forward, I would recommend just jumping about, like, there. It's basically just kind of, just keep doing the jump and you'll eventually get the timing down. Then for this, just hug the wall. Like, just hold W and D against the wall and you'll go across this. And then stop holding them when you're about here. Then just hold D and jump off like that. Anyway, moving on to floor 3. What you want to do is go over here. Then it's got a simple little head hitter. And just go across the tightrope. So, yeah, just got some wobbling platforms. There's nothing you can really fall on here. It's just easy. Anyway, then you want to go on this X-Pusher. Make sure this X-Pusher doesn't get stuck there, because you can get soft locked by that if you're not careful. But anyway, just try not to go on the kill brick floor, because it's a kill brick floor. You don't want to take too much damage. Then do these head hitters from the side that I'm doing them, because that's literally the only side you can do them on, and it's significantly easier. Now, I have no clue what the spinner is for, but it's there. There's indeed a spinner there. It has no purpose. Anyway, instead of doing all these one-star jumps, you can actually skip half of them by just jumping from here and then going into climbing animation on this. It's actually really easy, and I would recommend you do that. Just skip some one-star jumps. Just why not? Anyway, moving on with 4-4. For this tightrope, use alignment keys. Then go up here. And it's got some one-stud jumps. Anyway, for this jump, don't aim for that stud. Just jump to the top of it, because if you're gonna have to do a really nasty head hitter if you don't do it, like if you don't jump to the top. Anyway, now you just got this giant kill brick spinner, but basically, just don't take too much damage here. Just try to jump over it as much as you can, because you can take a lot of damage here if you're not careful. But thankfully, I have a kill brick lag server, so it doesn't look like I'm going to die on this recording. Anyway, this X-Pusher sucks, and you might think, oh, it looks easy. But the problem is that sometimes you just get soft locked by it. So what I found just to not get soft locked is just jump off sideways like that, and kind of just hope it actually goes back in the wall. Because the way it gets soft locked, it gets stuck in the wall where you came out, and you just can't go back on, so you get soft locked by it, which is real fun. Anyway, this is a little zip line. The little stud thing is actually a zip line. Then you want to go in this kill brick spinner. It's a loose platform. Then you just want to keep going around it like this, and a moving platform will eventually arrive there. So let's wait on that. Looks like it's about to come over. Here it comes. Then just jump on it, and now you want to stand in the very corner, because this little kill brick is can quite true, as you can see, and you don't want to actually just bump into it and take a lot of damage. So just stand in the corner, then go in the middle again, so you don't actually get, like, the moving platform doesn't randomly just take you off of the platform, because moving platform physics are quite strange, and it kind of moves you away from the middle every time it moves. Anyway, oh, that's embarrassing. I was gonna say, my point was that you see those platforms? Every other one is a falling one, so in this case, it would be that one, and that one. Those are falling. But anyway, I'll meet you guys back up there. Okay, we're back up here, and as I said, every other platform is falling, so in this case, it wouldn't be this one, it would be that one, no, that one, etc., etc. You get the point. Anyway, now you got these really weird spinners. These look intimidating, but basically the strat for them is just aim for the middle, and then just jump off like that. They're really easy. Just like I said, just aim for the middle. Now you got 4-5, and basically 4-5, it has 10 buttons, but you can skip. I'm going to only skip one of them. You actually only need 6 buttons, I believe. No, you need like 8, I think. I don't remember exactly how many you need, but I'm going to try to get as many as I actually want to, which is going to be 9. But anyway, you actually do need to get all the you need to get most of the buttons just because of this truss. But anyway, enough of my rambling. Jump down here to these like the support beams or support studs, whatever you want to say, of those wobbling platforms. Then you need to get the yellow button. Just get that. Oh, are you kidding me? Why am I so bad? I'll meet you guys back up there again, I guess. Okay, we're back up here, and as I said, once you got the yellow button, just go across these platforms. Then for this jump, just kind of hold W, and you'll go straight in like that. Then you just got this little kind of mini tower, I guess. Anyway, just keep going across these 1 studs. And then you need to get the green button, and then once you go up here, there's this little can't quite false part. Jump out. And now we're at the hard part of floor 5, which is the outside section. It's not, like, really hard, per se, but it's the harder part of floor 5 is what I mean. But anyway, now you get to, basically it says, out here are 5 challenges and a door to the last button. Beat all 5 challenges and you may access the button. We're going to skip one of the challenges because we don't like that challenge over there. But anyway, wait for this little cup to arrive, jump in it. And now you got the first one, which is this little tightrope. So, starting off, just go across the tightrope, do it in first person. You can do it as slow as you want. I'm going to do it a bit faster than normal just because commentating purposes, I guess. But anyway, just keep going across it. And you'll eventually get to this button. And then you can just jump down on these. And then you can wait for the cup again. I'll just cut to when it comes back, I guess. Okay, it's coming back, so what you want to do is, don't go that way. This one sucks, and that's why no one likes 4 or 5 outside. What we're going to do is gotta go fast first, so jump on the trusses. And now you get to hit this button. It has a 20-second timer, but don't go that way. There's actually a skip where you can walk across this invisible platform, and I'm fairly sure it's necessary to complete this challenge, unless you do, like, perfect speed run or something. Anyway, just go across the invisible studs, and then you can go through this wall and hit the blue button. If you miss it, it says you weren't fast enough. Don't worry, you can always go back to the beginning of the challenge. Anyway, like if you do miss it, you can just jump down on those studs and then restart it. But anyway, once you got that blue button, just jump back down on the trusses and then wait a bit. It's coming back already, which is good, I guess. But yeah, the reason we skipped that is it has some kind of jank X-pusher jumps, and I just don't like them very much. But now we're on the speed section. So starting off the speed section, do this first wrap over there, and then you see those invisible platforms. You want to jump down to there. And walk down like that, but you actually don't need the speed. You can actually just walk down normally. But anyway, basically the goal is to get on this platform and then just jump up to that button. Now that you've done that, what you want to do is just don't try to just jump up on the speed thing. This speed remover is weird, but so basically you have to touch this one and then you can get the speed back. I don't know, it's a weird glitch. But anyway, now that you got that button, you can actually just do the speed section like normal. So just kind of go across it like this. Also, you get to listen to a banger of a song of versus Susie from Deltarune while you're doing this, which just makes the experience a lot better. Anyway, for this 1 stud jump, I would recommend jumping from about the 4th stud and then just holding W, because that's the way I do it consistently, since it's actually pretty precise, especially with the speed. But anyway, once you get to this top, make sure you don't walk off, because you don't fall outside and you can clip back in. You just fall into the void, which makes this part extremely stressful for Tower Rush, and it was extremely stressful when I did Tower Rush, so there's that. Anyway, just go across the little frame, I guess, of this part, then go to speed remover, and then you can get the final button that you need. Once you do that, just wait for the cup to come back, and then jump down to it from here. And now the reason we can skip one of the buttons, and I would recommend you do the same thing, the same route, you can actually just go up to this. You see the can't quite false one? You go through it, and then you can actually just do a hit hitter, and you can skip that button. You can skip the bad one. And you can actually do that for every other one, I believe, but I would recommend just doing the route I did just because, why not? Because I don't know the buttons you need to get. I just know you can skip that button. And now you got a little cheeky 1 stud spinner, so land on that. And then jump across here. And I'm fairly sure these are wobbling if my memory serves me right. They are not. My memory does not serve me right. But anyway, that trusses can't quite fall. So first what you need to do is go across these. These fall immediately, so you just got to hold jump on those. And then you got the same thing on floor 2. Just hold A and D this time, and then you'll go across. And then you can hit this button, and then the truss will activate. And now you can move on to floor 6. So go across these 4x4 platforms, jump down to here. And then this jump down to this truss, and the speed start forward is going on this side, then just holding space. But since we skipped a button, we actually have to do a head hitter up, then just hold space again. And make sure you don't, when you hold space, make sure you don't accidentally go off, because that would be tragic. Anyway, moving on to floor 6, now you got this song. I love this song, because one of my friends made this tower called Tower of Vague Perceptions. It's used here, and this song makes me very happy. But anyway, go on the moving platform, and go on these studs. But there's a skip here that I will tell you about when we get there. So once you get to these studs, I believe. Sorry for the sparkles. Someone is using wings with sparkles, and it makes it very hard to see. But you see, there's actually studs there, so I'm just gonna jump there. Just kind of try to mimic where I jump, and you can actually skip those half studs and all of that section. Just jump up to the butt. Oh, I'm very glad I didn't fall there, but I was gonna say jump up to the button, and then you can just go across. So I'll meet you guys back up there, I guess. Okay, actually properly landing on the studs this time, do a head hitter up, then actually jump on the button, you get 10 seconds, and then you need to go down this truss. Just keep jumping at it, because I believe you go a bit faster, but that's actually just not true. I don't know why I said that. But basically, you just need to get up to here with the timer still on, and you'll be good. Anyway, then you want to jump up to this zip line. I was about to say jump down there, and that would have just been blatantly incorrect. Anyway, these platforms are these aren't wobbling either. Those, I swear, those were wobbling. Oh no, those ones are wobbling. Oh no. Okay, whatever. Anyway, go up this truss. Then you got the, that jumps a head hitter, so mind that. And you might notice the giant safety net above us. And we're about to be on basement. And after basement, there's a giant safety net up floor 7. So you never have to do any of this again unless you fall outside. But anyway, just keep going across here. And now we're at the first dropper. And this is an anti-cheese button, so be sure to hit that. And it says, in order to progress, you must take the plunge to the depths. That's true because this is actually going to basement. So starting off, just go across here. I'm going to use heli just so I don't take too much damage. I would recommend you do the same. Just fall down here, and first, you actually need to land here. And there's a button you need to get before you go into basement, so go across here. Then go down here, and then you need this button first, and it says this isn't the button you're probably looking for, but press it anyways. Yes, you do need to press that. Anyway, then go on the spinner. What is my mouse? Give me a sec. My mouse sensitivity is acting up. Okay, I fixed it. That's good. So now we can move on. Just go across these falling platforms. And then get the speed thing. Give me a second. I need to do something. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. I was eating some blueberries that my dad got me, and they were pretty good. They were pretty pogging blueberries. Anyway, once you get that speed, those two platforms are conveyors. Forgot to mention that. And then just let the conveyor take you, and then just hold W on that. And you'll go across, and you still have speed. And it says, let's go to a place you're familiar with, and that is to floor 4 outside. And then you go across that, and these platforms are what the button activates. So go across. Oh, and make sure you hopefully don't get flung like I almost did. But just move. If that does happen to you, just maneuver your character midair so you don't accidentally go off the map. Anyway, this little box right here is a speed remover. So just kind of wiggle around a bit so your speed is actually gone. Then jump up to this X pusher. And then what you want to do here is just keep jumping on this until the moving platform arrives. But it already arrived, so I'm going to wait another cycle because that makes sense. I'm trying to de-equip T-pose, but it looks like I'm not, so you just get a horrendous camera angle. But anyway, just keep jumping on it until it comes around, and then you can just hold no key, and then you'll just go on it. Anyway, this is the button you are looking for. It says, congratulations, you yeeted that challenge, and I do not like the way I said yeeted, and I never want to say yeeted again. But anyway, now that you've gotten that button, you can move on, go back up the ladder, and now this X pusher is gone, just walk in there. And now you want to go to the bottom up here and says, you're almost there. Did you find a button? If not, then walk ahead to teleport back to the top. So if you do walk ahead, teleports you back here. Then go back down here, and I'm just gonna not cut because it's quick. But yeah, that's what, if you do miss the button, you can just teleport back up to there. But if you do have the button, you can go down here. And now we are at basement. So basement is full of kill bricks, basically. And I'm not gonna get the true basement experience because I have kill brick lag, but anyway. And so the sign says this is the part where things get even worse. Can you reach the end of the basement? But yeah, the basement is 2 floors long, and it is technically 4 sections long. But anyway, starting off, you could either go that way or that way, but I would recommend doing the 1-stud just because they're really easy. If you're doing coals, you should be able to do 1-stud jumps. So I just wrap around, and then you can actually just, you don't have to do those quarter studs, you can jump straight to there, but it's a hard jump, so I'm just going to do the quarter studs anyway. Anyway, once you've done the quarter studs, go across here, and now you're on the first basement. I'm just going to call this basement 1B. Then you can go up here, and it says something's a little off about these platforms. Basically, just go up there, and then you can just keep jumping, and then you'll get to the top. I have no idea how they work. It's some wacky Klein object, probably. Anyway, now you got a 1-stud ladder, so just go across there. And then what you want to do is you got these spinners, so go on the edge of them like this. Then they'll go up. And now you're on basement 2. Let me check something real quick. Okay, sorry about that. I was just making sure I actually got the footage since it kind of sounded like my mic was muted, but thankfully it wasn't. But anyway, for the second basement, you got this giant kill brick spinner. Go across this part really fast, because if you don't have kill brick lag like I do, this spinner can take away a lot of your health. Give me a second, I need to cough. Okay, coughing has happened. Don't worry, I don't have a virus or anything. I'm just choked on something real quick. But anyway, once you do that, go on this tightrope, and then just jump up to here, go on a climbing animation, because you can skip doing a weird sloped wrap with a really, really bad misalignment there. I just noticed that. But anyway, go across this tightrope, then got one more tightrope, and now you're on the final, like, section of basement, which is basement B2. I'm just gonna call it that. Anyway, there's a secret route and there's a normal route. I'm gonna do the normal route because the secret route is actually quite hard. But anyway, if you want to do the secret route, you can just go up here. Now you got a bunch of one studs. But the normal route is you go across this tightrope, this midair suspended tightrope that looks really wrong because there's nothing there. Then you got this little spinner. This spinner is quite jank sometimes, so just kind of keep jumping on it until you actually get the height you need. Then go down here, go on this truss, then just hold W. You'll go up the slant just fine. You don't have to worry about that. And I believe those are wobbling. They are! Finally, I got a wobbling platform correct. Anyway, for this jump, go out, then in, like that. Sounds a bit redundant, but that's truthfully what you do. You go out, then in. Anyway, now just hug the wall for these half studs. And now you're on this blue floor, which isn't even a floor, really. It's just a subset of basement 2. But anyway, that's the end of basement, basically. Now you just got this little part of where you exit the basement. So just got a few head hitters, one studs, that kind of stuff. Do this head hitter over here. Do it on this side because it's easier, in my opinion. And now you wait for this moving platform, then let it take you up. And now you're at... Let me just walk out before I say it. Oh, I didn't realize this hallway is that long. This is going to be a really awkward pause. Just go up this truss, and now you are actually at backyard. So, climb this truss from this side so you can avoid that X-pusher. But if you do the X-pusher, basically you just need to waste time by letting it push you. But if you just go on this side, you can skip that. And now you need to wait for a moving platform off of the spinner. So kind of look through the kill brick spinner to see the moving platform. But luckily, I can't die of damage right now because kill brick lag. But anyway, just keep doing a cycle until the moving platform arrives. Then all of these platforms are falling, so you have to do quite long jumps with falling platforms, actually. So just keep in mind those exist, I guess. Then it's got an X-pusher, jump off. And now you just got some easy head hitters. And now you're at the end of the backyard. And now you get to wait for this thing. But luckily, I don't need to wait for it because it was already there. And now we are being taken to Brazil. So just kind of stand back at the back of it. And then just kind of keep going. Just like, try to stay in the middle because this thing moves a lot. But then once you hear the Asgore music, it hasn't happened yet. So just kind of keep looking out. Once you hear the Asgore theme, you know you're good, and it says, welcome to floor 7. So starting off with floor 7, if you fall, you can actually, there's a giant catch zone, so you cannot fall past floor 7, like I said, unless you fall outside. Sorry for these particles, I can't get rid of these. But starting off with floor 7, you got this timed button, you get 12 seconds, I believe, yep. Then you got to do these little one studs, don't worry, it's catch zone, as you can see. Then do a head hitter up, and then go on the zip line. Then what you want to do is, from the zip line, hit this blue button by jumping off. And then a funky little skip you can do, and I would recommend you do it. Just go against the button, like this, and just slightly press W. And then until you're here, just kind of wait on it, and look at it, and like, just wait here. And then what you can do is you can actually just jump off and skip a very long section. And you skip most of floor 7. I would heavily recommend you do that. It's so easy. Anyway, once you get here, if you have heli powers, this is where you use it. But if you don't have heli powers, you have to just spam space across these things. But luckily, since I have them, I'm just going to go across here, go into climbing animation. And that button does absolutely nothing. I learned that just a few days ago, really, and I fell. Let me get back up there quickly. But my point was, I learned that that black button up there actually does absolutely nothing. You only need the green button, so I'll meet you guys back up there. Okay, we're back up here, and this time we're not going to get in a weird lodging position on these one studs, so I'm just going to hop across these. Actually, I'm just going to use heli. Basically, you get the green button, and then you can actually jump again like this. And then jump across it here, and now you are at floor 8, which is also known as spinner. It's also known as just spinner. Basically, floor 8 is a giant spinner. Everything spins, and you get to listen to this amazing song, Monty on the Run theme. This song is just fits perfectly, honestly, with the spinner aesthetic. But basically, you just need to know how spinner physics work. So basically, the way you're jumping, you get a huge boost of momentum if you're going with the spinner. If you're going against the spinner, you lose a lot of like distance, so just keep that in mind when doing this. But anyway, once you fall out here, you got this X-pusher, so let the X-pusher take you about there, then just walk off. And now you go over here. But I forgot to mention, this floor is very annoying, for me at least. since I'm kind of good at spinners, but I'm also kind of not at some point, so I don't know. But anyway, let the moving platform take you, and then jump up to here, and go over here. Actually, only the secret ending version of this is bad. The normal version isn't actually annoying, sorry. I've just been doing the secret ending for so long, it's kind of corrupted my mind. I've beaten it already, though. But anyway, for the last part of the spinners, just kind of jump at the very edge, then turn in sharply like that. And then you're on floor 8 outside, and this looks really, like, weird. It's like, where do I go? But basically, it says you have 140 seconds to beat this section. If you run out of time here, that's it for you. Remember, going past the red line resets all buttons. That's a blatant lie. It doesn't reset all buttons. It only resets this button, as you can see. So basically, if you don't think you're going to have enough time to beat this entire section, just go back here and reset it. But starting off with this section, you get world revolving music, or Tower of Inception music, depending on what you've heard it from. Just go across this section, and this section is actually very easy, but there's a time limit. But there's also not, because you can just go back, so, whatever. You get what I mean. So just do a head hitter there. And now you got this weird tightrope section where there's only one, like, support brick, so it's kind of rush them, I guess. Like, jump and then, like, just go across smoothly. I mean, slowly, not smoothly. But anyway, for this jump, you gotta jump to the side, then go on the one-stud ladder. Now you just got some one-stud jumps. And then just more one-stud jumps. Then you got this little speed section at the end. But if you fall, you do lose your speed, so you don't need to worry about getting soft locked or anything like that. But anyway, jump over to here. Then jump from about there, so you don't accidentally get into climbing animation. Then jump over to there. Then you got this truss, so go at the top of it and don't jump off from like the middle, because that's dumb. Anyway, once you get the speed maneuver, you can just go across, and now you got let me count the studs on this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A 9-stud wrap. Okay, Coles. But yeah, just treat it like a 9-stud. It's easy stuff. And then you got this little like tightrope, so just kind of go across it once, and then use alignment keys, and then just hold W. Don't press any other key. That's how alignment works. And then just go on this zip line, and you'll get taken over here. Make sure you don't accidentally get flung, and it says, this is the part where you split your laptop. Do you know wall hugging? You'll need it. It's not wall hugging, it's wall hopping. Basically, just kind of flick your mouse at a timing, and you'll be good. Anyway, these are wobbling platforms, but they don't really affect anything much. Then just go across these one-stud spinners. They're really easy. Don't let them fool you at all. Just don't overestimate them. It says, RIP/eDance 2 wall glitching section 2018-2019. You will never be missed. I really don't know why they took that out. It didn't really add anything. You just need to know how to emote glitch, which isn't hard, mind you. Anyway, once you press that button, jump down on that green stud. Go on these trusses. And so for this truss, jump to the side, I would recommend. Actually, no, it's not this truss. This truss, you do need to jump to the side. So do that. Because if you jump from the front, you'll hit your head there. So jump to the side. And now you got this actually quite tough speed section. So jump, kind of angle yourself like this. So you jump across. And then for this one, you just need to jump sideways. And same thing for this one. Those jumps are actually very far, even though you have speed. So be careful with those. Anyway, for this one, like, kind of angle yourself out, then go back in super quickly like that. Now you're on floor 10, actually. So it says you've reached floor 10. You're almost there. Find all three buttons to access the next floor. Now, it's not just 3 buttons. Basically, this floor is full of 3 mini challenges. So starting off, do this head hit. You're not at them yet. Do this head hitter. Oh my. That really sucks. I don't know what I hit my head on, even though I did a head hitter correctly. But I'll meet you guys back up there, I guess. You know, hopefully this time we were going to get real and actually do a head hitter. I still really don't know how I failed that, because that's an incredibly easy jump. But anyway, go on the zip line, and it'll take you down to here. Oh, my character went kind of wacky there. But anyway, now you got the first half stud of the tower, which is like, oh, boo-hoo, thin studs. But yeah, just kind of place the left side of your cursor on the thin stud, and you'll be fine. Anyway, now you got a little tightrope, so just kind of go on it like that. I'm not sure if that first block is quite true or not. Actually, let me test that. I can't tell. But anyway, just kind of go on the tightrope. The tightrope actually looks quite weird because it's kind of transparent, but whatever. Anyway, once you've done that, just go over here. Got some one studs. I almost failed that one stud because I didn't press W enough, so that was almost not good, I guess. Anyway, go up this one stud ladder. Down here. This jump's actually a bit far. I believe it's a 9-stud jump, so just be careful with that. And I just realized I called a 9-stud jump far. It's not. Just treat it like a long jump. What am I saying anymore? Anyway, go on this half stud. And now it's like the same mechanic as 4-5, where you have to wait on this cup to arrive. So just kind of wait for that. It's about to come over. And basically, these are the 3 mini challenges, these 3 outside sections. And they're all outside, so, oh, scary. But they're really not that hard. They're not hard at all. So this one, the first challenge is don't touch the kill bricks. Don't touch the kill bricks. If you touch the kill bricks, it deactivates this button. Oh, the button you actually do need to get the button now. So before you didn't need to get the button, that was always open. So to get the button, what you need to do is go over here, then go over to here. But yeah, as I said, if you hit a kill brick, that button resets, so you need to get it again. So just don't touch the kill bricks. They're not insta-kill or anything. Don't think that. Anyway, go up here, and now once you get that button, this thing will be open, and you still cannot touch the kill brick, so don't. Anyway, you got the first button of the mini challenge. That was the whole mini challenge, and as you can see, because I touched the kill brick, those 2 holes sealed up. Anyway, once you've done that, just kind of wait for the cup to arrive again, and it actually was there right when I came over. That's real convenient. Anyway, the second challenge is, let me just hop down there. Make sure you don't hit your head accidentally, because that can happen. The second challenge is, no, this is actually the third challenge. We skipped the second one. We can do that later. It says button running. Basically, this is a timed button. Then you got to do a little 6-stud wrap, jump up to here. And now there's another little secret path that you need to go across. So go across this. It's right here. Jump over to here. Go on this 1-stud ladder. And if you get to this button in time, you're good. Then just go back on here. And then you can go down to here, back to the button. You don't need to repress the button or anything. But basically, you go back on the 1-stud ladder. And now you wait for the platform to come back, and it's actually about to come back now, which is great. Man, this platform really likes me today, especially since I'm recording. It's convenient. Anyway, the final challenge that we're going to do in the order we're doing them is called Do Fast. Now, this is the hardest one, and this is the one that people hate because, if you notice, it's over the void. So if you fall, all your buttons reset, you die, basically. So, yeah. I mean, it's not like you die. You do die. So for the first one, you basically have 30 seconds to get to this button. So starting off, just walk off. Don't jump because you can hit your head accidentally. And then just kind of get to the half stud and then hug the wall like this. So you go across it. Jump over to here. Just go to the very edge so you can get in climbing animation. Also, I have a really laggy server, so my timer isn't even a problem. But try to go a bit faster than I'm going because I'm actually going quite slow. And the timer can be an issue if you don't go fast enough. But if you don't go fast enough and you can't reach like the button, actually, wait, do you even need speed? I don't even think you need speed. That's weird. You do need speed for this jump, actually. But anyway, what I was saying, just try to go fast, basically. Anyway, for this jump, if you try to jump just forward, you're going to hit your head. So all you want to do is jump out, then try to aim for about there. Then just go up the slant like this. And then jump over to here. Keep in mind that you do have a lot of speeds. But anyway, once you do that, go on the speed remover. And now, wow! Why do I still have speed? Why do I still have... I don't know why I still had speed. That was stressing, but I was back. Well, anyway, my point was, wow, the platform was back there. But anyway, once you get all 3 buttons, what you want to do is just wait for the platform to go over to that challenge. And then you can just jump on top of the cup, then jump over to this red platform. And these are the button-activated platforms, so if these are all can't quite true, you're good. Then just go up here. Don't do the weird ladder flick thing I'm doing. I'm just doing that because why not? Anyway, now we are on floor 11. It says we are now at the final 5 floors of the Citadel. That's true. These are the final 5 floors. I'm calling this floor 11, but it's actually floor 13, but whatever. Potato, potato. Anyway, go up here. And basically, this floor is centered around this little pillar kind of thing, and basically you need to go inside the pillar later in the floor. But for now, we're just ascending up it. Anyway, do this head hitter. Go over here. And then, just kind of, nothing really much. It's just walking simulator for a bit. But basically, for this jump, aim for there as it looks like you're supposed to aim for there. Then just hug the wall like that and turn in a bit, and you'll be good. And now we're inside the box, and this part is kind of half stud spam-ish. So this jump is kind of weird. Let me just get back up there. I don't need to cut because it's only like 5 jumps. But anyway, as I was saying, this jump is kind of weird. So angle yourself in first person a bit. Then just jump down like that. Go over here, do a head hitter up, and then this jump, just again, half studs. So just kind of practice those, and you'll get them in no time. And same for that, just kind of use third person. Do not use shift lock for a thin stud. Don't do that. I said shift, okay? I did not say the S word. Don't think that. Anyway, just go across there, go on the truss. Also, you don't need to worry about the gaps in that. It doesn't matter since you can just walk across it anyway. And this tightrope goes completely invisible, so just kind of hope you actually land on it. And if you don't land on it and that accidentally happens, just keep jumping until you actually land on it. And then for this last jump, just kind of angle yourself in like that. Then jump down to here, go up here, And don't fall, or else you'll have to do all of that and the box again. So just don't fall, I guess. I guess that could be the motto for every tower, or else you have to do something again. Anyway, once you do that, go on the X pusher, and now you're at this really scary outside section that is literally just walking simulator. Yeah, I wasn't lying. This outside section is just walking simulator with 2 X pusher jumps. Anyway, once you've done that, just go on this ladder, and this ladder actually just like kind of becomes Can't Quite Falls halfway through, and then you need to go on this invisible path, jump down to here, and now you're at floor 12, and this is one of the harder floors of the Citadel, really. It says, "Welcome to Heck," and thank goodness they didn't say hell, or else that would have been, ooh, scary. Anyway, so starting off with floor 12, just got some 1 studs. And then for some reason, people really don't seem to like this jump, and I don't really understand why. It's not that hard. You know, I feel like I'm going to fail it now because I said that. But anyway, just kind of arc yourself in like that. Thank goodness I actually didn't fail it. Anyway, you see this discolored part right here? It's Can't Quite Falls, so just kind of jump on the part that isn't that's the same color as the floor, I mean. Anyway, just do a little head hitter up like that. And people also really don't seem to like this part, but this part is easy if you know what you're doing. So just kind of jump, angle yourself way more than you normally would, then jump out, and then just hold D or W, whatever you want to do. And just kind of repeat that process. The only hard jump on this section is just this last one where you kind of gotta actually wrap in. So make sure you don't actually go into climbing animation there, then just kind of wrap in like that. And this jump is actually quite far, so treat it like a long jump down to there, and you'll make it. I don't know what happened to my character. It kind of wiggled a bit there. I don't know why. Anyway, once you do that, do a head hitter, and this jump is actually quite far. So go to the very edge, go like this, and then just jump off like that. It's climbable, so you don't need to press shift again. And then you just got a little cheeky half stud, so jump across that. Go over here, and now, just do this jump in first person, actually. And now, we're at the second dropper, and also I almost walked off. That would have been not good. But anyway, once you get to the second dropper, you're basically at a huge checkpoint, and I'll explain why once we get to the end of this. So it says, you must now drop down to the first floor. Just a warning, you cannot skip the dropper. You will be trapped if you fall outside this tunnel. You can't really fall outside this tunnel. So anyway, I would recommend using T-pose here, because if you can just go across the walls, hug them, and you'll go down the 1-stud gaps very easily. Now you want to see something really satisfying? Yeah, that was satisfying. Oh, we got an even more satisfying one, because we bounced up. That was clean. Anyway, just keep going down until you get that button, and that button is like your best friend. That button's great, and I'll explain why once we get to the end, like I will the checkpoint thing. Anyway, this little out front or like side area, whatever you want to call it, is just half stud spam. This is most blocks are half studs basically, and so this part can be a huge roadblock if you're first attempting this. So again, just keep practicing it until you get it. And I fell, so I'll meet you guys back up there. Okay, actually getting back up here, I would recommend aiming for the second half stud and just doing a head hitter up like that, going the spinner, and then you need to land on this X pusher. This X pusher is quite strange, but it's actually not. It's just an X pusher where you can push it from 2 like elevated levels. Anyway, for the first part, just jump across like that, then turn around like I did. Do a really long jump. That jump is, I believe, an 11 stud off of a wall, so it's a bit weird. And this jump is funny. By funny, I mean I don't like it. It's hard, and that's why I don't like it. It's hard, as I said. Anyway, I'll meet you guys back up there, part 2, Electric Boogaloo. Okay, we're back up on the cringe jump, and the strategy I used was correct by hugging the corner, so we kind of do that, then angle a bit, then just jump across like that, and that's actually how you do it. And the fun fact, that was the 3rd time I've said that exact words, because I failed this jump 3 times. Anyway, yeah, I do the same thing here, but instead, like, go out a bit more because you can hit your head there by accident. But luckily, if you've done that, you're basically good on the half studs because there's nothing, like, exceptionally hard after this. Anyway, for this one, you can just walk across like I am. And then you need to jump down to this X pusher. Jump across to this half stud. And then just do a little head hitter, whatever you want to call it. And then once you do that, you are good. And you see this little thing, that's what the button activates. And again, I'll explain all of that when we finish this. So anyway, just kind of go across this kill brick section. Just keep in mind the spinner and keep in mind your health, because you can take a lot of damage if you're not careful. Anyway, I need to do something real quick. Actually, no, I don't need to do something. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, just go across this 1-stud ladder. And then once you get up to this balloon, the blue button also activates this balloon. So just let the balloon take you all the way up here. And just kind of, again, just let it take you all the way up here. And just, yes. Basically, you need to get to the top of the dropper. And so let it take you. Then just, the balloon will pop automatically. Then you can just go down here. Then you got this quite long jump. And then once you do that, you're good on the dropper section. Actually, one more jump. You shouldn't fail that. But, okay, so let me explain everything. So let's say that you fail one of these jumps and you fall all the way back down to floor 7. And what's funky about floor 7 is that you can jump back down to like floor 5-ish. Well, I mean, let me just actually cut when I get to floor 5. So if you fall all the way back down to floor 7, I would heavily recommend jumping back down to floor 4. You see this part? And then, this might seem crazy, but we're going to get back up to floor 5, and I'll actually cut when I get back up there. So basically, once you get back up to floor 5 outside, my whole overarching goal by doing all of this is basically this is a way to recover if you fall back. So basically, you need to get to this mini challenge, aka the one we skipped, and you need to get to this X pusher. And I think you can see where this is going. Basically, if you get to this specific X pusher, you can just jump back down to the beginning of this. And since you already hit that button, that balloon will still be activated. So basically, that means you can immediately get back up to floor 12, which is really nice. Anyway, I'll meet you guys back up there, like, at the actual floor 12. Anyway, back up to the part where we left off. Basically, these jumps are kind of interesting, to say the least. Basically, you want to turn in and kind of delay your jump, and you want to land on the top of this yellow, Yellow? That's not yellow, that's green. Basically, you want to land on top of that because there's a random stud there. Then you want to wrap over to there. And now you're on floor 13 proper. I don't know why I said proper. We didn't revisit floor 13 at all. Anyway, these spinner jumps are kind of special as well. This spinner jump in particular is bad, to say the least. It's actually pretty tight timing, honestly. But once you do that, just go on this stud and do a wrap over to there. Make sure you don't miss these because these are real simple. Just don't fail them. And this little part, I don't understand why it's discolored. It's not Can't Quite False. I think they were supposed to make it Can't Quite False, but they just forgot. Anyway, once you do this X pusher, all those platforms, let me just demonstrate. All those platforms, not demonstrate, just look at it. All those platforms are falling, and then you need to land on that invisible stud, so let me just show you. Basically, kind of go on this side of the X pusher, then just jump up on here, and as you can see, they're falling. And now you're on floor 13 outside. But again, remember the skip I told you. Don't be stressed out at all. Anyway, you got this little speed section. So the speed section is really easy. Just kind of aim for the studs. And this is a conveyor, so be careful. Then land on the balls. And then you got this giant ball. I don't like that I'm saying that. Basically, you need to get down to there. So just kind of arc your jump, then just hold W. Hold W, please. And now you're on 13B. Yes, Coles has a B side, but it's only 1 floor of B side. So yeah, the Citadel is only 15 floors. It's not B side. I don't know why I made it sound like that. But anyway, this little dark bar is a conveyor, like this specific part. I'm not talking about the kill brick floor. And just wrap around to there. Oh, I went into climbing animation accidentally. That was sus. Anyway, for this jump about from here and then wrap in like that. Let me check chat real quick. Okay, sorry about that one. My friend's just messaging me in chat. And then just land on this stud, and now you want to go on this zip line. And then I'll bring you down to here, and if you fall, there's a stud to get back up, so you don't need to worry about getting flung at all. And then you just got this little section. These are shovers, so mind them. But basically, you need to jump over to here. Oh, these are desynced. That's real cool. Luckily, they're not desynced in a way that it soft locks me. I'm thankful for that. But basically, you want to jump on this stud and then wait till the shover is not underneath you because these specific shovers have weird physics where they're also a conveyor on the top. So just jump when it's away, basically. Then just got an easy head hitter. And now you got everyone's favorite thing, more 9-stud wrap spam. So just kind of jump in there. Jump around to there. And again, these are 9-stud wraps, so please practice these. Just kind of mimic the strat I'm doing. But anyway, once you get up to here, now you got one of the more stressful parts. This is the floor 13 outside section part 2. Basically, I'm fairly sure this is over void, I want to say. So it is a bit stressful, but just don't sweat it. This part's real easy. Just remember that. Just remember your abilities, and you'll be fine. So anyway, we just got some simple tightrope jumps. Just keep in mind that your cursor is going to move a bit. As you can see, it's moving slightly to the left for me. Anyway, once you hit that button, you have to go back. So just go back like this. Again, just move your cursor so it stays in the middle a bit. And then, once you get back to here, these tightrope jumps look a bit far. They're really not. They're really easy. Just do a 6-stud wrap back, I believe that is. Go over here. And now you're done with the outside section, so congratulations. You're on floor 14 almost. You've got like 2 more jumps. Anyway, go across this tightrope. Just go across it slowly. It's actually quite thin, so be careful. Then just walk across here. And yes, I say walk. I say walk. I pronounce the L. I'm so quirky. I'm not like other girls. I'm a male. Anyway, this is floor 14, and it says, you are now at the second last floor of the entire Citadel. The final challenge begins here. Good luck. You know, I really don't know why I lower my voice whenever I read one of those signs. I guess for dramatic effect, but anyway. This is the part that people don't like, because this part is, also special. It's very special. I don't like this part. Basically, for this first wrap, you jump on the front side of the truss like that. Go on this truss by flicking off, and then this thing sucks because there's like a slight misalignment here. As you can see, my leg is clipping through a bit. And so that makes it so if I press spacebar, which I'm not because I don't want to fall, I will actually not jump. So the fix for that is just press dot combo while in shift lock, and you'll drop a bit, and you'll go further away from the truss, and that makes it so you can actually jump off. Please do that, please. Trust me. Anyway, once you jump from about here, press shift in, and then that's like the whole outside section. You just have to wrap around this truss. Don't fail this. This is easy. I almost failed it as I said that. That was almost unfun. Basically, once you get to there, you're done with floor 14 outside. And now, you just got one more wrap until you get to a bit of a safety net. So just kind of wrap around to there. And as you can see, we are very close to finishing it. Second to last floor, as it says. So this part is an invisible maze. I can see I'm hugging walls. I'm not going anywhere. So the strat, the route is middle, right. Then it's like over here. Yeah, and then you can jump down here. And now you're at this kill brick floor. Use heli powers because you don't want to take too much damage. Also, you can get what clipped here through a wall, so do this part without heli, and just walk across, and then you can use heli again, and then just go through this route for the maze, and then get up to here. So there's going to be a loose platform that comes along like that, then jump on it. I forgot to read the sign, and I don't want to go back, but basically, if you fall on this floor, you get teleported back to the beginning of floor 14, which means you're going to have to do the outside section again. So don't fall on this. Part's easy. Then just go across this on this ladder, and now you got this kind of big conveyor section. So you could either do this legit, or you could just do this. You can just hold space and W, and you can skip all of it. Now that's gameplay. Anyway, once you get to here, just do a head hit or jump up. Not a head hitter, I'm just warning you that you will hit your head. And then again, another random discolored part that can't quite false. Anyway, for this part, I would recommend you use T-pose because it makes your hitbox bad. This used to be a really nasty clip spot, which means you can just accidentally clip outside, but luckily it's not that anymore. So now it says, warning. You will lose progress if you fall off the ball or run into a red kill brick. If you fall off the ball, you get teleported to the beginning of floor 14. If you touch a red brick, you get teleported to that conveyor section. So if everything goes wrong, touch a red brick instead of the ground. Basically, for this ball, it's going to be eternally spinning, Tusk Act 4. Yes, I made a JoJo reference, go get mad at me in the comments. But basically, just kind of keep pressing on, not pressing on it, keep holding space on it, and it'll go across. So just kind of keep doing that. Avoid the red, as I said. Just, again, if everything goes wrong and you think you're going to fall off the ball, just touch a red brick, because that's easier, because it teleports you less far back. Anyway, your goal is to get over to this hole, and this part is the stressful part. So basically it says, you will now be sped ahead. Please avoid the large gap around the middle, as a fall from there would be really nasty. Like, I'm talking about 30 minutes down the drain within a few seconds. That's correct. So watch what I do. So this is a conveyor from this point forward. Then there's a gap in the middle, so jump over it like that. And you're good. And now you got this really dumb spinner, but basically you can skip it by just jumping over here. So just time it right, and you can just skip the nasty spinner jump. So please do that instead, because that spinner jump is nasty. I can guarantee that. Anyway, go across here. And now you got this really weird outside section, so it'll teleport you outside. And now you got this really weird shover where it teleports you a bit. So just kind of keep holding W until you actually get it. And keep in mind not to fall outside. But anyway, now we are at the mystical, magical floor 15/17. It says, you have one more floor to go. You're very close to the end. Do not disappoint me now. Please don't fall. Don't. Again, you can do the skip, like I said, if you fall down. But first, you need to get a button. So there's actually an invisible platform going over here. So just hold D. And then go over here. It's a one-stud platform, as like foreseen by this shadow. It's kind of hard to see because lighting. But anyway, you want to get this button. Just touch it. And then you need to go back, and now you got to one of the worst jumps in the Citadel. This funny X-pusher jump. No one likes this X-pusher jump. So basically do it in first person, go to the edge of it like this, then wrap around, and try to land on that one-stud ladder. It's a really unfun jump. Anyway, I'll meet you guys back up there. Okay, back up on this unfun X-pusher. This X-pusher is literally the opposite of gaming. But luckily, we did it this time. Then you got a 11-stud jump. Fun fact, that jump used to be a 12-stud, and it used to suck. Anyway, now you just got some half studs for one of the final stretches. Oh my, it looks like I'm doing the X-pusher jump again. Woo-hoo, I'll meet you guys back up there. You know what's interesting is that I actually did that X-pusher jump first try when I cut, so that's fun. Anyway, once you do those half studs, now you're at one of the final parts. Please do not fall now. Anyway, now he's got a little half stud kind of head hitter kind of thing, I guess. Then just go out and in like that. And now, you see this gray platform right here? This is a conveyor, and then you want to land on the, kind of those studs. You want to land on the diagonal part of it like this. So it's kind of land on the diagonal like that. And now it says, the floor is kill bricks. The kill brick makes you lose a lot of progress. Good luck. So now, if you watched my Double Trouble video, you would know that on one of the B-side floors, there is standing in the corner simulator. You do the same thing here. So you see all those kill bricks? Yeah, you could go through them, but you can just stand in the corner. But the kill bricks you're talking about are the red ones, so you're going to lose a lot of progress if you touch them. Basically, this balloon, it slowly goes down, but once you get to about there, I would recommend going in. And then just kind of wait it out, just tank it. You won't take too much damage. So just wait for the balloon to pop. And now you're at the final stretch. It says, you're at the final stretch. This is it. Fall, and you lose tons of progress. Yeah, I believe it brings you back to the red floor / floor 12, whatever you want to say. And now you got some ball jumps. Again, don't use shift lock for them. You just do them without shift lock. If you watch my table flipping video. Anyway, this is a giant wobbling platform, so be careful. And then this one is also a giant wobbling platform, so just go up on the ball. And now second to last jump. Go up here. Jump onto the truss. And now, the final jump, it says, you cleared the Citadel. After all of those obstacles, hard jumps, traps, you made it. So it says, hey, do this 11 stud for me. Okay, thanks. So yeah, this is 11 stud jump, so just don't mess it up. And you beat Coles. Woohoo. We did the funny. Okay, cool. We did it. Anyway, that's Coles, so anyway, thank you guys for 200 subs. It means a lot. It's the same thing every video, but truthfully, thank you guys for subscribing and watching my content. But anyway, that's how you beat Cole, so be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another upload. See ya.